everybody, Heather from New Zealand here. Welcome to day 23 of our journey through the Flylady baby steps. Today we're going to talk about meal planning. How can we make that easier? It's a big deal feeding a family, or even just feeding your husband sometimes, or even feeding yourself. How can we make that easier? And also we're going to look at adding another routine so we can get more done in our day and have less time being wasted on trivial things that aren't actually moving us towards where we want to be. Okay, if you're interested in all of that, watch till the end and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, so if you're just seeing these videos for the first time, as I said before, we're up to day 23, so we've done an awful lot of work and we've progressed quite a bit from where we started. So if you're new to this set of videos, please go back to number 1. There's a link below in the description. Start there, start your journey with us, and we'll be waiting here at day 23 when you come back. For the rest of us, the last couple of days we haven't really added too much to our journal. We haven't had a concrete thing. We've been consolidating, we've been reflecting, we've been talking to ourselves about, putting in a little bit more effort, that type of thing. If we added something new every day, it will be too much too fast. So we have to take these little breathers. And the Flylady, who is so clever, has actually built them into the 31-day step process. So that's what's happened. Today, however, is different. Today, we're going to look at adding an afternoon routine. So we've got our morning routine down. We're shining our sinks, we're getting dressed to shoes, we're cleaning off a 2-minute hot spot. What else are we doing? We're making our bed. We've got all those things there, and we've got our before we go to bed routine. Doing the dishes after dinner and shining our sink. What else are we doing in the evenings? I've gone blank. That happens more than I'd like to admit, actually. Our evening routine, we're checking our calendars. Okay, what's on tomorrow that we can get ready for today? We're putting out our clothes. We're getting to bed at a reasonable time. We've also, that's what else we've got in the morning. I've forgotten. In the morning, we've got our laundry in the morning. So, we've got quite a few things. We don't have anything else though. We've just got a first thing in the morning and then we've got our evening. Now we're going to look at putting in an afternoon routine. So what's that going to look like? For everybody, it's going to look slightly different. Everybody has different lives, as I keep saying. We all have different lives. We're actually building a very unique system that works just for us. So everybody's routine is going to be different around the afternoons. For example, I get home at about 4 o'clock. So I kind of think of as afternoon routine as an afternoon tea. That's how I do it. After afternoon tea, I'll have that 15-minute break or afternoon tea if I'm at home. If I'm coming home from work, I get home at about 4, so I just go straight into that afternoon routine. Now mine probably won't be going on yours. The first thing on my afternoon routine, I grab my little basket and I walk over to the chickens and I pick up all the fresh eggs and I bring them back to the house. Make sure the chickens have got food and water and are happy. So that's what's on the first thing on my on my afternoon routine. Now yours might be something completely different. I'm not sure what yours is going to be. As I said, it's going to be quite different. One of the items I like to put on the afternoon routine is a 5-minute cleanup. Often when I'm coming in from work, my daughter's coming home from school, hubby hasn't arrived back yet, we come in with lots of stuff and it's very easy to dump it and not put it away. So I always check that actually we have put stuff away. So a 5-minute quick put away can be really helpful here. And my daughter does it as well. Quick 5-minute cleanup. It doesn't hurt anybody. It's good to have that written down. So it's a reminder for you. Oh, that's right, we're doing that. I'm going to write that down on my 5-minute one. So there might be other things as well that you wish to add that are individual to you. Now, please don't give yourself too big a list. Okay, we're not turning into Martha Stewart and making everything perfect and wonderful around us. I'm actually convinced Martha Stewart doesn't have a perfect, wonderful house either. She's got staff that help her with that. No offence, Martha Stewart, you're a total inspiration. Anyway, so yeah, don't build yourself a huge list. Instead, give yourself a couple of things that you can achieve. Remember, you can always add something else if you feel that you need to. But if you overwhelm yourself by putting too much on, you'll feel like you've failed and you're more likely to push it aside and not do it. Now, the next thing we were going to talk about was meal planning. You know that feeling at the end of the day when you think, okay, what am I going to feed everybody? And you haven't actually put any thought into it. And it's so easy to pick up that phone and dial for some food to come, or go down to the takeaways, or, oh, let's eat out tonight, guys, you know. All of these things cost money. There's a reason people have those businesses, and that's because they can make a small fortune off us buying takeaways. So it means we can also spend a small fortune. The trick to that is to plan your meals ahead of time. Allow yourself some takeaways once in a while, but don't make them the norm. Make a plan for the meals that you like to eat at home that are easy to make and are healthy. So I don't know if you remember, but when we were talking about the diary and the calendar, this is my little diary, I said back then, write in what you have for dinner. Now, this is where this can come into play. Every time you have a meal, write in what it is, okay, and whether you liked it. I think I said put a happy face beside it if you liked it. If you've done that, you've got some useful information in your diary or on your wall calendar that you can use. The other way you can get meals is to ask your family, what do they like? I mean, there's probably going to be the classic spaghetti bolognese, the pizza, the lasagna. I don't know what your family like. Curry. We eat a lot of curry. I love curry. Anyway, what I want you to do is I don't want you to create a huge system of food and shopping and baking and freezing, all of that. I don't want you to do that. Maybe let's go for 3 days. Let's plan 3 meals. Okay, it might be food you already have in the cupboard, which is great. That means you don't have to go out and buy anything. If you need to create a little shopping list for this, well, you can do that. And we'll, when you go into town next, you can get those things. So you're thinking beforehand. You're putting it in the calendar. You're working out what's to have. So meal planning doesn't need to be a big issue. I mean, if you look on YouTube, there are some very, very complex systems that people have come up with them, and some of them I'm sure are very, very good, but that's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is we're going slow and steady, small baby steps, and we're going to get there bit by bit. I mean, you must know the story of the tortoise and the hare. You know how the hare races ahead and the tortoise just keeps going, and actually the tortoise ends up there first. So let's put that side of us that really wants to be the hare and wants to go all out, let's put that side of us aside. Let's be a tortoise and get these baby steps in place. Let's do 3 meals, plan 3 meals ahead of us, and start our menu planning and just go step by step by step. So that's it for today. Please keep up your other routines. Enjoy thinking of a couple of things to put on your afternoon routine. That will be fun. Again, no need to go overboard. Just grab a bit of paper, write your ideas down, and click it into your journal. You can always make it fancier later. We don't want to get delayed by doing things perfectly. Okay, just a piece of paper and a pen is all you need to do that. So write that down. Think of 3 meals, continue with your menus. I'll see you tomorrow. Please subscribe to my channel and share my channel with your friends. That will be a great support and help for me. I would really appreciate that. And I will see you tomorrow for day 24.